Hi guys, welcome back to my crappy channel. Um, yeah, this is just gonna be another talking video. Um, but today's main subject is gonna be my autism. Um, so I got notes today. Um, Basically, I found this other guy's video today, and he was talking about how he hates being autistic. And I feel like I can relate to that because for the past few weeks that I've been trying to like converse with people, it just seems like they have already developed this opinion of me or this bias against me before I even say a word. And it's for one thing, I mean, sure they can tell some things, but for one thing, it's how can they tell that I'm autistic right off the bat? And for the second thing, why it's 2026, why do I feel like we're still in the 1950s? Why do I feel like people are still super weird about if you're obviously autistic? I don't get why if somebody's autistic, the first thing that people think is I'm gonna judge them, or I'm gonna think that they're way different than me just because of that. We can't control that, dude. We were born autistic. It's not something that we can control. We can't just be I'm 22 now. I'm gonna change into a neurotypical person. That's not how it works. And so the only people I've been able to relate to at all growing up have been other autistic people because they don't have that bias, and we communicate a lot easier. But now that I'm in college in a particularly conservative area, it's hard to find anybody who's different. And then there's people that say that I'm special for being autistic, or that I'm smarter for being autistic. And I disagree with that because I'm not special for being autistic. It doesn't make anybody else special. Special is usually a good thing. Special is for people who, I don't know, are more talented or are more outgoing, or what's the word I'm trying to think of? Ambitious. So special, I don't think really categorizes autistic people. I think different is the better word for it. But I just hate whenever somebody just decides to fucking call me special, or a special snowflake, or oh, you're so cool, or you must be smarter than everybody else, or whatever. And yeah, autistic people tend to have special interests and stuff, but at the end of the day, we can't do basic math. We can't do reading past a certain point. For me, really gets me. I can't read philosophy books or Shakespeare or anything like that because it's too high of a level for me to read. I can't even read my stupid textbooks because they're like so like way up here compared to my like regular books. And yeah, for years I was like put in classes like a grade level below mine because I couldn't do like the basic work. And especially now in like college, I regret ever coming to college because I I feel like I'm doing good at like the start of the quarter. I feel like I've got hope, and then like towards the end of the quarter, I'll start going into like C or D or like 70% or 60% grades. Or I'll just get like these teachers that, this is what pisses me off the most, is teachers that leave some of the assignments for like the end of the quarter. Like they don't grade them until the end of the quarter. And so it just says 0 on those assignments until they finally like stop procrastinating and grade them. And I mean, I procrastinate too, but I can't handle like the not knowing if I've got a good grade or not right now because they never graded the homeworks yet. Um yeah, and then I also wanted to talk about how um basically like all of like the mental problems I've had, those have been from my mom. They've been like passed down from my mom because my dad never had any like issues with anything. Um yeah, like I said before, I think my mom might be bipolar or something. I don't know what she is. Um but yeah. And then I've kind of got like this, I don't know if I can say this on here. I've got this show going on right now in my life where it's like my mom is being like kicked out of her house basically, and I don't know whether to be like neutral towards that or to be like sad about that or what. Like I said, I don't really see my mom anymore except for when she like has to like pick me up every once in a great while to go back to my hometown. So yeah, that's what's going on. And then my dad is having problems with his knees still, and so he's getting knee surgery soon. And that's probably going to put a dent into me wanting to learn how to drive, because if I drive and then like something happens or whatever, he can't just like take over for me or whatever. So I'm basically gonna have to like start driving him everywhere too. And then I wanted to talk about the reason why I have like so many of these issues, like with bullying and growing up autistic and all that, and having like PTSD from that, is because I had like a counselor assigned to me like from middle school to high school, but she was like the crappiest counselor I'd ever had. And by crappy I mean she was super conservative. She was like super to like pushing her values towards me. She always wanted me to go to church even though I told her about me like having a meltdown because my mom tried to take me there. And then she always like accused my dad of abusing me even though I said that he never did. But I think that was because I told her that he had like abusive girlfriends or whatever. And so she just like guessed that he was just okay with that, when in reality he wasn't. And then there was the stuff about just like not supporting me at all whatsoever. So it felt like I was like talking to a second version of my mom, basically. And this counselor did not help me with like any of the nightmares I was having, like any of the PTSD I had left over from my childhood. Like none of that. um and then this is kind of like a random like series of like notes that I had that I just want to talk about. Um Basically I was emo growing up. I I kind of like was like introduced to the internet like too early in my life. And so that's kind of what I went for today is like my old look. Um but yeah, I went on the internet too early, and so I got introduced to the emo fashion and like culture and all that, and that was like how I acted throughout middle school and high school. And I made this friend in particular in middle school who was like a grade higher than me. Her name was Emily, and she was like taller and she was like skinnier than like all the other girls in our grade. And so she was like the special one, I guess. And she always got like bullied or whatever for being emo, but I always thought that she was really cool because she always had like all of the merch or whatever. Um like this is like the style she would go for like every day. Um yeah, my makeup's kind of smeared. Basically, I don't have like pink eyeshadow like in this color, so I just use like my liquid lipstick stuff to like do like the eyebrows. Um and yeah, basically I don't really use anything besides concealer and eyeliner for like my emo looks. Cause that's like the way it was. Like, just put on like a bunch of pale concealer, put on a bunch of eyeliner. And yeah, for this, I just kind of like filled in like this square kind of look. And now I'm just like trying to like collect things that I remember from like my childhood. I'll show you an example. This is like one of the things on like my Depop that I saw, and I was like, I remember this hoodie. Like, Emily had this exact same hoodie, and I'll find the other one. Oh yeah, this one too. This one of my other friends had. She died though, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to like all of her stuff. And this was something I used to have, these shorts, these same exact shorts, like same exact like everything. Yeah, Galaxy was really in back then. But I think that the emo style kind of relates to the style I have now, which is like the J fashion styles. There's a style called Gorokawi, I think it's called. Let me look that up. I gotta make sure that's the right name. No, it's Guro Kawaii. It's basically like a creepy, cute style. So it's kawaii with elements of like more morbid themes, which, you know, to me just seems like cute core, or no, not cute core. the yami kawaii, like that kind of style mixed with like emo style, like scene style. Um, like even right now, I'd say this is kind of like girl kawaii, but if you like, I don't really have any accessories that are like that style, but if you like put like bows in your hair, or if you wear like the candy that I wore today, this is kind of like the pink and black kind of like colors are like not only like the girl kawaii, but they're also like scene kind of colors. So that's why I think I kind of like went towards like J fashion, because they kind of like, I don't know, they just like take after like some of the styles that we have in the US. And then I want to talk about, well, first I want to talk about, I'm trying to get back into like not doom scrolling on like the internet anymore. It's kind of like a bad habit of mine, because my autistic and ADHD brain kind of just like goes, hey, this seems like super fun, we'll just keep on going. And we have to keep going until every single video is watched. So I just keep doing this all day, just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And so I've been trying to get back into, I'm still waiting for like my other books to arrive, but right now I'm doing like more gaming, like Call of Duty and Roblox, playing the piano, writing in my journal. I'm almost done with my journal too. I need to like there's only a few pages left. But yeah, back to fashion. I feel like I just kind of, like, ever since I was like 10 years old, I liked the pastel kawaii, pastel gothic kind of style. And when I saw it come back on TikTok again, I was like, this is what I need to like feel more girly, because for a while I was just kind of like representing myself as like a tomboy, and I didn't feel like that was me until I saw those videos of like I keep forgetting the names for them all, but Yami Kawaii, like Cute Core, Moriki, Guro Kawaii, Jirai K, all that kind of stuff. And I remembered I used to be into that. And so yeah, basically just trying to like come up with like, I don't know, like right now I'm selling my bracelets on Mercari. I think on Mercari my name is like Closet Queer 8500 or something like that. Yeah, right now I'm just selling like the Needy Streamer Overload bracelets that I made. And I'm also like giving them like an option, like if they want to like get like a custom bracelet, then they can just like message me and I'll make a bracelet for them or whatever. I need to get some more colors though, because I've got like pink, blue, and yellow, and then like pink, purple, and blue, and then that's it. I need to get like some like ones like these. I need to like get like the rainbow colors. But yeah, and then I wanted to talk about how my meds are going. This is the 6th day of my meds. I've been sleeping like 12 hours every night. Last night I slept like 10 hours, but it felt like longer. And I could barely get up this morning. I had this really like screwed up dream. Like I had this dream that there was this demonic puppy coming after me, and I had to kill it before it got to me. And after the dream, I was kind of just like like what came up in my mind and like my subconscious to where I dreamed about that. But that dream lasted for like the whole night. And so yeah, when I woke up I was like sweating again. That's what I've been doing, is even though my room is like super cold, I've been like having like the hot flashes and like having nightmares so bad to where I'm like sweating profusely when I get up. So that's another bad side effect from it. Another thing is, like, I didn't know this like when I was first taking it. I'm taking Cymbalta, by the way. But when I first like started taking it, I thought I could have like as much coffee as I wanted still. And if you don't know, you have to like limit your caffeine to like 2 cups a day, because if you don't, then you'll start getting like serotonin syndrome. And I think that's what happened like the first day, is I just like got like super paranoid. I got like super jittery. I had like a fever going on, and I was super happy. And so I think I was getting like into that. I was getting like into like getting close to having serotonin syndrome because I had like a lot of coffee that day. But lately I've been like having like 1 or 2 cups in the morning, and then when I start getting like the really bad like tiredness in the evening, like it makes me so tired that I want to like take a nap. But the thing is, if I do take a nap, I only sleep for like half an hour or an hour, and it's not like good sleep. And then when I do wake up, I can't go to sleep that night. And so I think I need to just stop taking naps. And another thing is, I like noticed on like my Fitbit app or whatever, because it tracks my sleep, and I was literally like awake from like 5 a.m. to like 7 a.m. this morning. And I remember like laying there for like a long time and being awake, but I don't remember like the time that I was just like laying there or whatever. So that kind of surprised me. I feel like it's been making me like from like a night owl to going to bed early and getting up like super early. Like even if I go to bed late, like 1 or 2 in the morning, I still get up at like 5 or 6. And I do go back to bed, or I try to go back to bed, but it just doesn't work out as well as it did before. So yeah, that's all of my points that I wrote down for this video. Yeah, I want to show you guys this drawing I made. It's an anime girl or whatever. I'm covering up the words because I did like write a few cuss words in there, and I don't want to get demonetized again. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow.